Hey students, it's Mary, your librarian, and I'm here today to talk with you about some of the resources available to you on campus. Now, some of that may be a little bit of a repeat because we've talked about a variety of different resources across all of our different topics. And of course, I want you to know that, it doesn't really matter when you need help on campus, just find somebody, and if they can't help you, they'll direct you where you need to go. But let's assume we're in a scenario right now where you are thinking, I have this specific issue, or I have these five specific issues, and I would like to get some help in making them better, solving them, fixing them, whatever. This is the website that you would go to. So let's share my screen here. And look at that. We're right here on student resources. Scroll down this page and oh, look, the Advising Center, accessibility services, basic needs and non-academic support. That encompasses a ton of things. Some of that we've talked about in other videos, but it's here. The bookstore, the CAS, campus buildings and facilities. Look, the first 2 years that I worked here, I could not find my way around the buildings. It's confusing. I still look at maps before I go to meetings. So if you also, you're not really sure where your classroom is or your class is meeting in some other location, grab a map. It's right here, campus buildings and facilities. All right, campus life, we have a lot going on. Join things, career services. Can't stress enough how much, I'm waving my hands enthusiastically here. I cannot stress enough how much you should go to career services. Lisa Moore is in there and she has so much great stuff I was really impressed, really helpful. All right, the Commons dining services. Hey, come by, have lunch, have breakfast. They also, of course, have the culinary students are available in there a couple of days a week often, and they're making nice meals for us. So we've got that. Cyclone Athletics. Woo! All right, whether maybe you are a player, maybe you're a fan, we have baseball, basketball, softball, volleyball. So much. It's good stuff. The food pantry. Love it. Everyone is welcome to join the food pantry. We have access to food items. We have access to like personal hygiene items. So get signed up with them. Literally, the point is to help you. And I've talked a lot about being a extremely poor college student, and I worked in the cafeteria 7 days a week because the days that you worked, you could eat. It would have been a lot easier for me to have had access to a food pantry. And maybe I wouldn't have gone to class a little bit more. Maybe I would have studied a little bit more. I don't know, but maybe you should find out and go to the food pantry yourself. All right, we have ESOL, ELL, and EAP support, all kinds of things that will be useful to you. Housing, they can help you find something, and maybe it's an apartment. We do, and I'm sorry, I don't know the details, but you should find out the details. I know we have some arrangements with St. Cloud State that sometimes our students can move in there. So if you're needing a place to live, and I'm going to suggest that not your car, that's a bad place. And we've had students who've tried that. It's too cold for that here. But you may be able to get some deals moving into that arrangement. The library. Yes, of course, it's the best place on the campus. I'm your librarian, so I'm a little bit biased in thinking that, but I feel right. It's great here. Mental health services, again, we've talked about this in other videos, but just so you know, there it is, right there. We have the Multicultural Center. I'm such a fan. I went to the ceremony when they first opened, and man, they have a bunch of really good programs. So keep an eye on the things that they offer to you. Parking and transportation. You can ride the buses around here for free with your student ID. Get a student ID. We also have the parking permits and they're included in your fees, so you don't need to give extra money. And how do I know that? It's because you come to the library to get your parking permit. So there's an online application that you fill out. You find it here at this point on the website. And if you have questions, stop by the library because we have a whole explanatory sheet ready to help you out. Pregnant and parenting resources. A lot of our students are parents. So you may currently be pregnant, you may currently be parenting. Yeah, it's hard. It doesn't matter what kind of decisions you make around that. It's hard to do all of these things and to go to school. The college is here to provide you some resources, provide you some support, and I'm just going to tell you, we are thrilled to have you and your tiny kid come in the library. So do that too. All right, records and registration. It's not the exciting part, but you gotta have all of your paperwork in order, and these folks, they're good at it. Student success skills. So, not the current thing we're watching. There's a whole bunch of really good student success programs. Safety and security. Now, I've been here for a few years. My experience on this campus, and I'm here late at night, I'm here by myself. I've been here all kinds of crazy times. This is a pretty safe community. But of course, we have safety and security officers because you it's good to be thinking about your own safety, and it's good to be taking proactive tips, and you may have problems, and I mean things happen with like domestic violence or people who are following you to the campus and they're not part of the community but they're here and they're causing trouble, so we are here to help you with that. Trio support services. I love Trio. This is such a good program. And Trio is one of those programs that it's across the country. It's at a bunch of different colleges. So if you're spending some time with SCTCC, but you're going to another college, another 2 year or 4 year or whatever, there may be Trio programs there too. And it's all part of the same package. It's awesome. Technology services. Oh man, I love technology. I'm deeply into it, and the amount of frustration that it causes. So annoying. But we have people who can help you, and people who can help figure out how to get things printed, how to get your student ID. All of that is in the main Northway building. And if you just pop right into the computer lab there, they can help you with all kinds of stuff. Veterans resources. Very excited about this. This is actually one of the reasons that I was excited to come and work here. And we are a school that does a lot to try and help our student veterans and our faculty and staff veterans. So if you are a veteran, get involved. If you're just a fan of veterans, see if they need some help. Check in with the veterans resources folks. All right, let's look at the 20 services at SCTCC you might not know about and why you should use them. Kind of sounds like a mystery novel, doesn't it? All right, let's find out here. I'm scrolling down. So the student success workshops, I mentioned that earlier. So this is a variety of different kinds of programs and skills and things you can work on. The CAS, the Center for Academic Success. Always great, always great. I've talked about them in almost every video. I should have talked about them in every single video. I recommend going there. Wellness resources, that's a whole different video that we have health and wellness. Uh, Go check that out because there's so much good stuff. Child care assistance. Oh man, childcare is just banana pants expensive. And it's hard. You don't want to just like leave your kid with some weird stranger and hope for the best. Uh, that they have resources here that can help you. Scholarships, you know, it's nice when people give you money. I'm a fan. So apply for scholarships. Apply for every scholarship. I mean, it's never going to hurt you. So the computer labs, we have computer labs in every building on campus. I mean, obviously, yes, they say be prepared to keep food and drinks off the desk and your cell phones on silent, vibrate. I mean, that should just be hopefully obvious, but we have a really nice computer lab here in the library. I like it because I feel like, I mean, we're not an overly quiet building, but in some of the other buildings, people are like zooming past the door all the time, and our computer lab is a little bit set back to the side. So it might be a little bit more quiet and easier for you to hang out. But every building has a lab. We're all here for you. Star Alert. Yay. Oh man. I mean, Snow. I like snow, but I love having the occasional snow day. When we have a snow day, you are going to want to know about it before you get halfway to campus. So make sure you're signed up here. They have the instructions on how to sign up, and there you go. All right, the YMCA. Again, in our health and wellness video, I talked about the YMCA. I can see it from my desk. It's right there. So students pay a one-time $135 fee, and then it's free for the academic year. I mean, that's great. So we don't have a gym on our campus, but instead you have a pool, a sauna, pickleball courts, basketball courts, all kinds of classes, a climbing wall. And I mean more. I'm not even saying everything. It's really nice. Bus, awesome. If you get your student ID, you get to ride the bus for free. Whew, look at that. Awesome. Movie passes, $7. So Tuesdays are $7 movie nights. They point out that that's on the bus line there at Parkwood Cinema in Waite Park. Um, Thursdays are 750 student ID nights if you bring your ID. And we have passes over in the bookstore. For $12, you can get two passes. And yeah, that's $6 for a movie. Yeah, that's a pretty good deal. Job fair. I mean, you probably already know about this because this is huge. I see tons of people go into it. They shuttle people back and forth. I'm pointing over at the North Wing building. There are shuttle buses. It's an enormous thing. But please go to job fairs. Give people the opportunity to hire you. Aren't you awesome? Of course you're awesome. Be sure a future employer knows about that. Career services. Honestly, at this point, I've said it 15,000 times, but get in there. Mental health services, also said that 15,000 times. Such a fan. Everyone can use some mental health assistance. We have it here for you. Multicultural Center, it's great. Athletics, we've talked about it. The just-in-time grants, I've talked about these at different times. So yeah, this is definitely they're this is a thing that I go to a lot of meetings and they talk about these. So if you are having an emergency, and especially if that emergency is going to stop you from coming back to school, let's see what we can do. Auto body work. Yeah, we have the automotive and auto body programs. And I mean, I got to tell you, I have brought my car in here. I trust them. If you're in the auto body program, thank you for your good work. Dental clinic. Get your teeth cleaned. And dental care. I'm fairly new to Minnesota. I think dental care in Minnesota is expensive, just bananas expensive, more expensive than other states I've lived in. So going to our clinic right here, it's awesome. What a good idea. Cyclone cupboard. I want to just make sure I'm emphasizing that. We've talked about that literally in this exact video right here, the one we're sitting in. But I'm such a fan of the food pantry. You can sign up to get groceries every week, and you can sign up to get personal hygiene items. I mean, don't if when you don't have this stuff, it just makes everything else in life harder. Let's get past that. Let's get you the food. Let's get you deodorant, diapers, tampons, all that kind of stuff. Let's make sure you have that so then you can focus on, the important stuff while you're here, going to school, learning, making sure you're getting everything you need. All right, and then free Microsoft Office. You can download Microsoft Office to your computer. I sometimes say crabby things about Microsoft Office, but I mean it is pretty great to have this. One of the resources and on our last page that I just think is great is the student handbook. Now, before you roll your eyes at me and say, boring. I mean, yeah, I'm with you. It is, in fact, boring to read. I'm gonna try and make this a little bit bigger so we can see it more easily. This is the table of contents on our PDF. And wow, I mean, if you ever have questions about what you should be doing, how, you flunk a class, great, that happens. Repetition of courses, there you go. signing up for that. The Academic Integrity Committee, how you get financial aid. Oh, you deserve financial aid. Get rolling with that. Tuition, a senior citizen fee. Someday we'll all be senior citizens and able to go to school much cheaper. Records and registration, student services, a million things in there. Student rights and responsibilities, student life and athletics. Uh, all right, looks like that's it. Oh, and the academic calendar. I do this, and I will say I find it, I've been going to school as a student and as a worker for a long time, many, many years. I, when I get this calendar at the beginning of the school year, I immediately put it onto my Google Calendar, and then I have it. And then I know what days the semester starts, what days the semester ends, when we have off, when we don't. Just make your life easier. Just get that done now. All right, I'm not going to read through the whole handbook with you, but this is a good general tip for any kind of workplaces. When there's a handbook, you look at it, pay attention to it, because your boss will, your supervisor will, people who will be making decisions about you and your job, they will be looking at the handbook. You want to make sure that if there is any kind of question, that you are ready to go, you know the answers, and you know what they should be doing for you, and you know what you should be doing for your job. All right, we're going to wrap this up by looking at the library because the library is the best building on the campus. Yes, I'm biased, but it still is. So we have the one search. That's basically where you're always going to go to search. We have your library account. You can always sign in there with your star ID and your password. You can check books, see if you have anything overdue. You can renew books, no problem. Some information about copyright, evaluating internet resources, how you get off-campus resource access to things, interlibrary loan. If you have a book, but it's not here, let's see if we can get it. And this one is the most useful, the quick search guide to the library catalog. I'm just going to open that up, and that is a lovely little handout that I made a while ago, and I do try to update it every now and then, so it may not look exactly like this when you open it, but this handout will show you exactly how to go through and search the catalog. When you are in class and you're trying to figure out how to get to the resources that you need, it can be a little bit confusing. So here's a handout that'll help walk you through things. And I'm always in the library. I'm always here for you. And I'm always available to also Zoom with you. So if you are not on campus or you don't want to come to campus right now, it's totally fine. I am available for you. All right. Those are your campus resources. I hope it was helpful. I hope you were surprised. I mean, there's no quiz, but there's a lot. I've said this in other videos, and I really just want to underline, emphasize, put it in bold print. The people who are on this campus, your faculty, your staff, all of us who work here, we're here because we want to help you. We want you to be successful. So you are never bothering people when you come and ask for things. You're never bothering anybody when you go talk about mental health, or you find out where to get your food stamps, or you find out how to get extra tutoring time. You're not bothering us. That's what we do. We're here for you. So take advantage of it while you're here, while you're in a good environment with people who care about you. All right. I will see you in the next video. Come by the library, and I will talk with you later. Bye-bye.